Hi everyone, Danka Praktik here. So, you've bought a homestead and you're left with no money, or you already have a homestead but the cash flow has stopped for some reason. Well, don't despair, there are lots of things you can do without a dime or a cent that will keep your homestead afloat. We've had these situations numerous times, so what you'll see comes from experience. So stay tuned.
Danka Praktik.
One of the best ways to stay out of money trouble when owning a homestead is to make a good budget. If you're interested in this related topic, we've made a video about it. Click on the link in the corner or in the video description to watch it. Do not despair but plan. First and foremost, do not despair, worry, or God forbid get depressed on this matter, however hard that may be. Get used to this as a fact of life when living on a homestead, especially if you're going full-time on this lifestyle. Big initial investments, if you just start living on a homestead, long periods of investment returns, and big seasonal costs are just some of the reasons for frequent money problems. Luckily, the situation usually gets better as you become a more experienced homesteader. Also, on this part, instead of losing your time on worrying, start making a plan to get out of the tight spot. Buy an affordable homestead. This information is important if you haven't bought a homestead yet or you're considering moving to another one. Buy a homestead that you can afford to maintain and keep properly. By doing this, you will practically eradicate the money problem before it even appears. You may buy just a small piece of land with a wooden shack on it, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you can pay for maintaining it without big problems and at the same time get something out of it, like your own food for instance. Downsize the work. If money is scarce, try downsizing the amount of work you do on the homestead. This means sow less, plant less, keep fewer animals, build less, and so on. Less work means fewer investments, less cost, and this means more money saved in the long run. But know that doing this on a homestead is very tricky. Know that less work can lead to various future problems like weed growth on land, the buildings start to deteriorate, you may have a loss of future profits through less crops and products, and so on. If you're going to downsize and save money this way, it's best to make a list of what you'll downsize first and think it through to avoid mistakes. In this case, our recommendation is to put priority on growing food. DIY work. Do-it-yourself type of work is one of the most powerful tools for saving money and getting things done. Do whatever you can on your own. Of course, if it's safe and has logic. Do this even if the end result doesn't look good or it will last shorter. You'll fix things later or let professionals do it when you have money again. Always remember that the point is to keep things going as best as possible, and DIY work is crucial for this. Learn various skills. Closely related to DIY work is learning various skills. The more skills you know, the more you can do with less or no money. On a homestead, you'll have to be a jack of many trades, and what you don't know, you'll have to learn. We've talked about this in detail in one of our previous videos. If you want to see what the basic skills are that you should learn when living on a homestead, click on the link in the corner or in the video description. Grow as much food as possible. Solving money problems is much easier if you have a full stomach. This is one of the major advantages of homestead living. Even with minimal attention, you'll probably never be hungry. During the no money period, work actively in your garden, greenhouse, chicken coop, or else. If Mother Nature allows it, you'll have a good yield and a full stock. Also, growing food is practically free if you have the opportunity to practice organic farming and if you have your own seeds. Your own food means nice quality meals, which make the whole situation more bearable but also save lots of money. Buy only what you need. When you have no money, it's best not to have to buy anything, but as we all know, there are various things that you have to buy to keep the homestead going, like fuel, concentrate if you use it, various agricultural material, and so on. When it comes to this, make the list of the most crucial things you have to buy and stick to it. For instance, feed for the animals is a much bigger priority than buying building material. Buying agricultural material is more important than buying a new home appliance. Also, when it comes to buying, it would be very good to have some kind of arrangement and a form of credit where you can get the things you need immediately and pay for them later, for instance, when you sell your goods. Trade or sell your own goods. A lack of money can be compensated to some extent by trading or selling some of your goods. If you have a surplus of vegetables, fruit, eggs, meat, grain, and other items, you can try to trade or sell them. Besides this, if you have any kind of unnecessary old things around the house, like tools, old timber, spare parts, know that you don't always have to take money. Taking other needed goods and products in return is equally valuable. Do not throw things away. During the period of money scarcity, don't throw away what you really don't have to. Don't be a hoarder and make a junkyard around the house. Rather, make a careful selection of the things that you would otherwise throw away, put the possibly useful things aside, and make some sort of storage for them. These things would be building material, old parts, old tools, and so on. The same principle goes for throwing food scraps away. You can use them for feeding animals or for making compost, for instance. You would be surprised at how much you can save this way, but also transform junk into useful things. Collect anything you can from nature. If you have the chance, collect as much as you can from Mother Nature. For instance, we collect a nice amount of firewood from our small forest behind the house. We also collect corn cobs that are left over from the harvest. All of this helps out with heating during winter. If you have the knowledge and skills, you can collect food and herbs from the outdoors. Consider this aspect. It is all worth money and it may be a big help for your budget. In the end of this video, there is one thing that will sound unbelievable. Being left without money on a homestead may be a good thing. It will teach you, perhaps the hard way, self-reliance, problem solving, teach you new skills, but also point to the weak spots on your homestead. Weak spots that you can fix when money arrives again. And every time you do this, you reduce bit by bit the possibility of money problems occurring again. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.